The Forgotten Ocean of Faith. A journey into the true heart of Buddhism. There is a shocking truth. The religion you thought you knew is actually just the tip of a colossal spiritual iceberg. While the West became infatuated with the serene image of meditation and mindfulness methods that could be packaged into an app. A silent spiritual revolution, a vast ocean of faith with over 500 million followers, was surging powerfully in an entirely different part of the world. Forget the image of silent meditation halls. Instead, imagine ancient temples across China, Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, where millions of people are not sitting in silence. They are merging their souls into 6 sacred syllables. They believe these sounds are not just prayers, but a technology of consciousness capable of transporting their awareness across space-time to another universe. A pure, blissful universe, ruled by a Buddha named Amitabha. He made 48 great, universe-shaking vows, including one promise that changed spiritual history forever. If any sentient being, with a sincere heart, recites my name even just 10 times, and is not reborn in my land, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. This is not mythology. This is Pure Land Buddhism, the largest Buddhist school on the planet. More than 2 millennia before modern science conceived of the multiverse, Buddhist practitioners were already traveling between realms. Welcome to the multiverse of Mahayana Buddhism. Welcome to the faith that 500 million people practice every day. The earth-shattering vow on Mount Lushan. In the year 402 CE, on the majestic Mount Lushan in China, a historic scene was set. The monk Wei Yuan gathered 123 followers around a sacred spring. They did not just chant sutras together. They made a vow that would reshape the flow of Buddhism. We vowed to be reborn in the pure land of Amitabha Buddha. This was not just a ceremony. This was the birth of the world's largest Buddhist movement. The astonishing fact is that most Westerners have never heard of Pure Land Buddhism. Of the 500 million Mahayana followers, the vast majority follow the Pure Land tradition. When we speak of the great vehicle, Mahayana, we are mostly talking about Pure Land. So why has this spiritual treasure remained nearly invisible to Western Buddhism? The answer lies in cultural compatibility. Pure Land Buddhism did not export well into Western psychology. It wasn't about meditation techniques you could learn, but cosmic universes you could inhabit. It wasn't philosophy you could study, but an intimate relationship with enlightened beings you could enter. Zen and mindfulness were different. They translated perfectly into stress reduction therapies and corporate wellness programs. You cannot turn cosmic devotion into a workplace seminar. You cannot package faith in infinite Buddhas as a self-help methodology. Pure Land demanded something the modern West was not ready for: a relationship with the transcendent, and trust in a power beyond individual effort. Today, we will pull back the veil to behold the true face of Mahayana Buddhism. And it will challenge everything you thought you knew about enlightenment. The blueprint of ultimate compassion. To understand Pure Land, we must travel back in time, across countless eons, to a distant universe. There lived a monk named Dharmakara, but he was not content with ordinary enlightenment. Under the guidance of the Buddha Lokeshvara Raja, as he witnessed innumerable pure lands throughout the cosmos, a revolutionary idea began to form in his mind. He wondered, what if compassion could create the ultimate Pure Land? Not just a beautiful realm, but a universe specifically designed to guarantee enlightenment for anyone who enters it. His teacher warned him, such a land would require vows of unimaginable scope. Dharmakara's response would echo through eternity, then I will make those vows. What followed was not prayer, but a work of cosmic architecture. For 5 great eons, billions upon billions of years, the monk Dharmakara studied every existing Pure Land. He catalogued their strengths, identified their limitations, and began to design a perfect environment for enlightenment. His 48 vows were not wishes, they were the technical specifications for building a universe. Vow 18. Rebirth with 10 recitations. If any being, even one who has committed evil karma, recites my name with a sincere heart just 10 times and is not reborn in my land, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. This is the door opened wide to all. The absolute guarantee. Vow 11. Certain attainment of nirvana. If beings in my land could possibly fall back into lower realms, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. This is a one-way ticket to liberation, with no fear of regression. Vow 22. Returning to help beings. If the bodhisattvas in my land wish to travel to other universes to help beings, they shall have that power instantly. Notice what he was designing, not a paradise for retirement, but a cosmic university where enlightenment is guaranteed, where graduates return to realms of suffering to help, and where the entire system multiplies compassion throughout the multiverse. After eons of practice, Dharmakara achieved perfect enlightenment. In that moment, he became Amitabha Buddha, the Buddha of infinite light. But his enlightenment was not just a personal transformation, it was a cosmic creation. Every vow he made became reality. Sukhavati, the Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss, came into existence. A journey to Sukhavati, paradise or university. Imagine arriving in Sukhavati, not through death, but through a fundamental shift in consciousness. You no longer have a physical body. Instead, you are born from a golden lotus flower, with a mature, perfect body composed of light itself. The landscape around you defies description, not because it is indescribable, but because it is designed to meet your deepest spiritual needs. The very air carries the teachings. The songs of birds are lectures on the Four Noble Truths. The wind rustling through jeweled trees explains the Eightfold Path. The flowing water whispers sutras that you have never heard but perfectly understand. Here, there is no aging, no sickness, no death, not because they are magically prevented, but because your light body operates under entirely different laws of existence. But this is what most people misunderstand. The Pure Land is not heaven. Heaven is a reward for good behavior, a place of eternal rest and bliss. The Pure Land is something far more radical. It is an accelerated training ground for becoming a Buddha. Every being in Sukhavati is a student, progressing through stages of realization, learning directly from Amitabha Buddha and an infinite faculty of great bodhisattvas. The curriculum? Understanding emptiness, developing perfect compassion, and mastering the skills needed to help beings in other universes. You don't retire here, you train here. The goal isn't permanent residence, but graduation. And graduation means returning to realms of suffering, equipped with cosmic wisdom and limitless compassion to guide other beings to their own enlightenment. The ultimate paradise with the goal of leaving it. Perfect peace with the mission of ending the suffering of others. This is the Mahayana paradox, solved through cosmic engineering. And the admission requirement? No mastery of meditation, no philosophical sophistication, no monastic training, no distinction of gender, social status, or a perfect moral record. The sole requirement: sincere faith in Amitabha's compassion and a genuine aspiration to help all beings achieve enlightenment. A farmer chanting, Namo Amitabha Buddha, while planting rice has the same access as a scholar who has memorized every sutra. This is the democracy of Mahayana in its purest form. The theological earthquake, self-power and other power. 6 syllables that changed everything. Namo Amita Bha Bud Dha. In Sanskrit, Namo Amitabhaya Buddhaya. In Chinese, Nan Wu A Mi Tuo Fo, Nan Wu A Mi Tuo Fu. In Japanese, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. The same meaning, the same revolutionary power, but this is not prayer in the conventional sense. According to Pure Land teaching, these words are a cosmic communication technology, a way to synchronize your consciousness with enlightened awareness across dimensional boundaries. When you chant the Buddha's name with a sincere heart, you are not calling out to Amitabha. You are realizing that his light has always been calling out to you. You are not creating a connection. You are awakening to a connection that has always existed. This created a theological earthquake, sparking the debate between self-power, Joriki, and other power, Tariki. Self-power, relying on one's own strength through meditation, ethical conduct, and gradually purifying the mind through individual effort. Other power, relying on the compassionate power of Amitabha Buddha, trusting in cosmic assistance, recognizing that enlightenment comes through grace rather than personal achievement. The great Japanese master Shinran delivered a teaching that shocked traditional Buddhism. If even the good person attains rebirth, how much more so the evil person? This is not moral relativism. It is the recognition that enlightenment does not depend on personal perfection. It depends on the cosmic compassion that is already perfect. The social revolution. As Pure Land Buddhism swept across East Asia, It did not just change religious practice. It transformed entire civilizations. It shattered the spiritual glass ceiling that had limited enlightenment to educated male monastics. Women suddenly had equal access to the highest spiritual achievements. Working people could practice while farming, trading, and raising families. No monastery required. No withdrawal from society. This was Buddhism adapting to human reality, rather than demanding humans adapt to monastic ideals. Pure Land Buddhism didn't just save souls, it transformed societies, creating the philosophical foundation for a more compassionate civilization. The eternal legacy. The cosmic vision of Pure Land anticipated discoveries that modern science is only beginning to grasp. Quantum physicists propose infinite parallel universes with different physical laws. Meanwhile, 2.000 years ago, Pure Land Buddhism was mapping infinite realms optimized for the development of consciousness. This is why Pure Land Buddhism conquered East Asia. Not because it offered easy answers, but because it revealed the enlightenment hidden within ordinary experience. The universe may be far stranger, consciousness far more powerful, and enlightenment far more accessible than either traditional religion or conventional science has ever imagined. When someone asks, "What is Buddhism?" the most honest answer, based on actual global practice, is mostly Pure Land. The faith of grandmothers chanting for the well-being of their grandchildren. The call to cosmic Buddhas from farmers in rice paddies. The discovery by children that enlightenment is their birthright, not a distant goal. The true miracle is not that Amitabha created a universe for enlightenment. The miracle is that he made it available to a farmer with calloused hands, to a nursing mother whispering a prayer, to a teenager discovering that 6 simple syllables can connect them to infinite compassion. The cosmic meets the ordinary. The infinite embraces the everyday. And enlightenment becomes as accessible as breathing.